What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I'm obviously back out here in the woods. It's a pretty ugly day today, but I figured before it rains, get a quick mile or two in. Today, I wanted to talk about a little bit of silver, but probably more so about gold. And I wanted to talk about whether or not I believe that we should stop stacking gold, at least for the time being, and focus more of our attention on silver. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Use promo code FLASH for a 10% discount this weekend only. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. You can watch Sunday's video right now if you want to. And this morning I just posted a brand new adventure vlog. You're going to want to go and watch that. And of course, last but not least, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer one friend, they'll give you 10 free stocks for the referral up until April 18th. And if you refer 3 friends by the end of the month, they're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel where you have a chance of winning 1 free share of Apple guaranteed, or potentially all the way up to 15 free shares of Apple. Everything will be linked in the description. So as you can tell, I'm back out here in the woods, and this isn't going to be an overly structured video. There was one topic that I wanted to run with, which is what we'll be talking about today. I didn't jot down any notes. I didn't organize the video in any way. I just wanted to hit record and say what I want to say and then wrap up the video. But today, as this video is coming out, it's Saturday, April 9th, 2022. As I'm filming the video, believe it or not, it's actually Tuesday the 5th, 2022, which means I have no idea what the spot price of silver or gold are going to be by the time this video comes out. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. All right, so topic of the day. Should we stop stacking gold? Should we stop buying gold? Should we take our foot off the gas when it comes to gold and focus all of our attention, or even a majority of our attention and currency, on silver, the beautiful white metal? Should we step back away from the beautiful yellow metal and make the beautiful white metal an even bigger priority? The short answer, right off the bat, and then we'll get into it throughout the course of the video. The short answer is no, I don't think we should stop necessarily, although I have stopped, but it's just for the time being. And like I just said, I'll explain throughout the course of the video. For myself, I have taken a step back away from gold. I haven't picked up any gold in several months at this point, with the exception of a couple of gold backs that I got just for fun. I view it as quite literally just that, fun. I don't consider gold backs to be a form of stacking necessarily, but regardless, I do plan on getting the next couple of gold backs that come out, at least the 1, 5, and 10 of the next 2 states, which should be released this year. But as for properly stacking gold, I did take a step away, and it's been several months since I got my last actual piece of gold, my last gold coin. Now this is for a couple of different reasons, and the main one is I still consider silver to be at an opportunity low. Now that's not the only reason, but that's what I wanted to focus on first. I consider silver to be at an opportunity low right now, even with the premiums. I think it's pretty fair to say that the premiums have come down a little bit especially starting last year. So with the premiums included, I still consider silver to be incredibly undervalued. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know how long I will view silver that way. I don't know how long I will consider it to be undervalued. But as it goes up, eventually it'll get to the point where it won't be undervalued anymore. It'll be fair valued. And is it still a buy at that point? I would say absolutely. You might have a different opinion, but that's mine. But what happens if it goes up from there? Or should I say when it goes up from there? What happens when it's no longer undervalued and becomes fair valued, and then it goes up even more, and it's no longer fair valued, and then it becomes overvalued? What then? To tell you the truth, I don't know what that number would look like. I don't know what the spot price would need to be. It's one of those things where we'll know when we get there. I can't really say an exact number, especially when it comes to silver, because I remember saying back in 2018 when spot price was like $13, $14, $15, I said that I would keep on stacking all the way up to 20. And the reason I said that, well, it was for two different reasons why I said that. The first one was I was a rookie and I had no real idea. I guess I kind of just assumed that $20 an ounce was, a nice solid number. But two, I didn't believe that we were going to hit $20 an ounce for several years down the road. I thought I had an incredibly long time before silver hit and surpassed $20. And then it did hit and surpassed $20. And not just by a small amount. In 2020, when it finally did hit $20, it went up to $29 in what seemed like the blink of an eye. And if there's one thing I've learned in the world of finance, whether it be from a stacking perspective or an investing perspective, it's that I personally can't stand people that keep moving the goalpost. They say, oh, this number, and then you hit that number. Oh, no, this number, and then it hits that number. Oh, no, this number. I can't stand when people do that. So I remember saying when I had first gotten started stacking that I think anything under $20 is a complete and total fire sale. Now, guess what? Silver's no longer under $20. It's over $20. It's like closer to $25 right now. And I still consider it to be a complete and total fire sale. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than it was a few years back. But if we actually put things into perspective, just because it's a little bit more expensive than it was a couple years ago, is it actually expensive? I wouldn't say so. It's more expensive than it was, but is it actually expensive? Can you really get away with saying silver is expensive right now? If you want to say silver is expensive right now, it's almost like arguing that silver is overvalued right now. Do you think anybody coming from a rational, objective point of view could get away with saying that silver's overvalued right now? I personally don't think so. So I don't think expensive is the right word. It's definitely gone up from where it was a couple years ago, but that's a completely different story. The reason I bring this up is because now that silver is over the number that I originally said, I said anything under $20, I could have very easily turned around and started saying, oh yeah, anything under $30 is a complete and total fire sale. Well, guess what? For a very quick period of time, and by that I mean really just like a minute, and I believe it was February of 2021, spot price of silver actually did hit $30. It was very short-lived. I couldn't even get a screenshot of it. That's how quick it happened. But I did get some screenshots from other people. It hit $30, I think in early February 2021, if I'm not mistaken. So imagine I said anything under $30 is a complete and total fire sale, and then on the day it hits $30, I start saying, oh, anything under $40 is a complete and total fire sale. That's the point I'm trying to get across. I can't stand when people make claims like that, or when people keep moving the goalposts, I should say. And the same thing goes for when people make claims of what spot price is going to do. They're like, oh, it's going to hit this number by this date. Then we get closer and closer to that date, and then we get to that date, and they're like, oh, no, it's going to happen on this date. Like I said, if there's one thing I've learned in the last couple of years, is that I can't stand people like that. But the reason I bring all of this up is because I don't consider silver to be anywhere near overvalued. And I definitely don't consider it to be fair valued either. I still consider it to be undervalued in my opinion, which is one of the reasons why I want to focus more of my attention on silver than gold. But here's the thing. I think the way human psychology works, if we just look at the spot price of one metal versus the other metal, I think it can be a little bit off-putting to see close to $2,000 an ounce for one and then only 20-something dollars for the other. I think a lot of people might turn to silver instead of gold because they look at it and they're like, oh, it's cheaper. Silver's cheaper than gold, so I'll stick to gold. I don't think that's really the way that we should look at it. I don't think we should look at it from a cheap or expensive point of view. I think we should continue, or I think we should start looking at it from an undervalued, fair valued, or overvalued point of view. Because remember, price is what you pay, value is what you get. So when it comes to silver, like I said, I consider it to be undervalued. Gold? Yeah, spot price is much higher on gold than it is silver, but does that mean it's overvalued? I wouldn't say that either. I don't know if I would call it undervalued though. At the moment, with gold just a little bit under $2,000 an ounce, I think it's probably safe to say that gold is fair valued. Now, like I said before about silver, when silver climbs its way up to the point where I would, eventually call it fair valued, I would still say that it's a buy, and I would still think that it's, a great time to stack it. But as for gold, with it currently being fair valued, at least that's what I consider it to be. I consider gold to be fair valued. Maybe you consider it to be undervalued. Maybe you consider it to be overvalued. In fact, head on down to the comments and let me know. I think most of us have the same stance when it comes to silver being undervalued versus overvalued. But what are your thoughts on gold? That's something that I don't think a lot of people talk about. Is gold undervalued, overvalued, or fair valued right now? I would say fair valued. And anything that is fair valued, I personally believe, is a buy. So why have I stepped away from gold? Why did I shift my focus away from gold? Which, by the way, just for the record, I was never super dialed in or lasered in on gold in the first place. Silver was always my priority metal. In fact, when I got my very first piece of gold, it was probably a couple months into stacking silver, and I didn't even get my second piece of gold until several months down the road. And I definitely didn't take gold very seriously in 2018. In 2019, I decided to begin stacking a little bit more gold to diversify, but that was it. I was really only stacking gold for diversification purposes. Of course, it's an excellent wealth preservation tool, at least in my opinion. But that's what I was using silver for. I was using silver for wealth preservation. I was basically funneling as much cash as I could into it. And I was stacking gold a little bit on the side. And yeah, like I said, for wealth preservation purposes. But the main reason I was stacking gold was for diversification purposes. That's really what I was utilizing gold as a tool for. To diversify, not to be exclusively relying on silver, because to me that doesn't sound like a good idea. It never sounds like a good idea to exclusively rely on any one thing. So you can diversify by stacking different types of silver for starters. You can go after the pure silver like what I was doing originally, and I started stacking 90% silver to diversify that way of stacking silver. And I was stacking a little bit of gold as well to diversify how I'm stacking the precious metals. And then, of course, you could diversify the way that you're diversifying by, kind of jumping into other asset classes as well, if that's what you want to do. But I chose to step away from gold for a couple of different reasons. I do consider it to be fair valued. I do consider it to be a buy. And to be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to getting back to gold. For whatever reason, though, at this time, I don't know if it's what I should be focusing on at the moment. And something else that I've said, I've been saying this for years actually, the way that I want to get a majority of my gold is with my silver. I want to buy gold with silver. I want to convert my silver into gold. I don't want to convert all of my silver into gold. I don't even want to convert most of it or even half of it into gold. But truth be told, I would really rather not acquire a majority of my gold by converting my dollars into it. I'd rather convert my dollars into silver and then use my silver as a method of acquiring gold. See, that's how it is. That's part of my game plan. And no, I've never traded any silver for gold. I've never traded any silver for cash. I've never traded any silver for that matter. I've never traded anything. The only thing I've traded was my dollars to get these things. I've never parted ways with any of them. Never sold them. Never swapped. Never converted into anything else. Nope. When I acquired the precious metals, I've kept each and every last one. Unless, of course, I gave away some coins for a giveaway or something like that in the past. But either way, my method or the formula that I would like to go by, and I understand it's not entirely in my control, but ideally this is what I would like to do. And I've been explaining this for years. When I go to work each and every day, I'm selling my time. I'm trading my time for dollars. That's what we're doing when we go to work every day. You're trading your time, whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you understand it right now or not, that's exactly what you're doing. You're selling your time. And that's because the good old boss lets us know. If you're hourly, they let you know how much an hour of your day is worth to them. If you're on salary, they let you know how much a year of your life is worth to them. And for the most part, you're not really allowed to make much more than that. Unless you're getting overtime or something like that. But either way, that's still on the clock. That's still selling your time. But anyway, that's the first part of the formula. Go to work, trade your time for dollars. And when you get those dollars, obviously you got to do what you got to do to keep a roof over your head, keep food in the fridge and everything, take care of all the financial responsibilities. But with the dollars that are left over, I don't know what you guys like to do, but what I like to do is trade some of those dollars for some silver. And obviously for diversification purposes, I've traded some dollars for gold as well over the years. But the next step in the formula is something that I have not had the opportunity to do just yet, but maybe one day in the future, when the gold to silver ratio gap closes in. Maybe when silver makes its way up to the point where I would consider it to be fair valued, maybe that would be a proper time to trade some silver for gold. Or if the gold to silver ratio goes to, I don't know, 50 to 1, 40 to 1, 30 to 1, somewhere within that range, I think that would be a little bit more ideal of a time to begin trading just little increments of silver for little increments of gold. So the next piece of the formula would be to trade some silver for gold. But guess what? Even though we're primarily talking about precious metals, that's not even the end of the formula. That's not where it stops. because I'd like to keep doing that rinse and repeat. Continue going to work. Keep trading my time for dollars. Keep trading my dollars for silver. And keep trading my silver for gold. And eventually, if and when I ever get to the point where I have enough gold to trade for the ultimate form of wealth preservation, real estate, a plot of land which I can lease out for agricultural or farming purposes, or buy a rental property. See, here's the thing. Real estate has always existed. Real estate has always been a necessity. Real estate has always been valued, even before anybody knew what silver and gold was. Going back to, I'm not just talking about hundreds of years ago. I'm talking about like the caveman days. The cavemen did not understand what money was. The cavemen did not understand trading little pieces of gold or anything like that. Cavemen, to my understanding, didn't have any gold. They had a club, they had a weapon, and they had a cave. And that cave right there is caveman real estate. Having a roof over their head to keep them protected, 4 walls surrounding them to keep them protected, to keep them safe, and to have their family. So I personally believe that real estate has always been king. I personally believe that real estate will always be king. But similar to what I said about trading my silver for gold, I wouldn't want to trade all of my silver for gold. And later on down the road, I definitely wouldn't want to trade all of my gold for real estate. I would just want the gold to assist me in getting my hands on some real estate, getting my hands on a rental property, or a plot of land, or something like that. To me, that's just my way of doing things. I wouldn't advise anyone to follow in my footsteps. You don't have to do that. I would encourage you to figure out what makes the most sense for you and your lifestyle and stick to that. What works for me might not work for you, just like what works for you might not work for me. Everyone's stacking for different reasons. There are a lot of people out there who are stacking the silver, stacking the gold with zero desire to get into business, zero desire to get into stocks, zero desire to get into real estate or anything like that. They just want to hold on to the silver and gold for the rest of their life. And their plan, see, this is something that doesn't make sense to some people. Some people are thinking, well, what's the point of, saving your money and just not really enjoying it? Well, some people's plan is to pass down the silver and gold to their kids or grandkids. Except I don't have kids. And if I don't have kids, probably means I'm most likely not going to have grandkids either. So that's not my plan. So if you're stacking for your kids and if you're stacking for your grandkids, that's fantastic. And I love the way that sounds. But that's not the direction I'm heading in. Now, like I said before, hopefully things work the way that I'd like them to. But things might not go my way, and I'm well aware of that, and I'm also perfectly fine with that. Things don't need to go my way. I always explain some of what I hope to do as, if we lived in a perfect world, I'd do this, this, and this. Well, I understand that we don't live in a perfect world. Things might not go my way, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just talking about what some of my goals are. But at the end of the day, I'd really prefer to get a majority of my gold by trading my silver for the gold. I don't really want to funnel a crazy amount of my cash into gold. I'll continue to do so for diversification purposes. When I said earlier that I stepped back away from gold, that's not permanently. That's just for the time being. I'm really looking forward to converting some more of my dollars into my next couple pieces of gold. Now, my actual next couple pieces of gold will be the gold backs, but after that, I'm going to get back to coins and maybe even small gold bars. I don't know. Nor do I care. Gold is gold at the end of the day. As long as the premium's right, as long as the premium makes sense, I'll stack it. But those are just some of my thoughts. That's why I haven't picked up any gold coins, rounds, or bars in several months. I haven't picked up any gold this entire year. I think the last time I picked up gold was probably like October or November, now that I think about it. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, I like the way things are going for me. Things seem to be working in my favor very, very nicely, to put it mildly. Some of the decisions that I've been making over the last, well, really over the last 4.5 years, ever since I got started stacking silver and gold, but even more so in the last year or so, I've made a couple of decisions and they all seem to be going very, very well. So I don't want to fix something that's not broken. Things are going very, very well right now, and I kind of just want to ride the momentum for a little while. So I'll continue focusing a majority of my attention on silver when it comes to playing financial defense. I have my ways of playing financial offense as well, which I'll also be continuing to I'll be continuing to feed that fire too. But as for gold, as for the beautiful yellow metal, I'm really looking forward to getting my next couple pieces of gold. But at the time being, right now, at this point in time, it's not the right time for me. And what's funny about that is somebody watching this video right now, it might be the exact opposite for them. Maybe they are focusing almost exclusively on gold and they don't think now's the time to be focusing on silver. Guess what? Neither of us are right, neither of us are wrong. It all depends on what your goals are. It all depends on how you're stacking. It all depends on... It's all personal preference at the end of the day. And if you think about it, whether you're stacking silver, whether you're stacking gold, or whether you're stacking both, you're kind of winning. That's how I like to see it. There are plenty of people out there who aren't doing anything. There are a lot of people out there who aren't saving money the way we are saving money, real, true, honest money. There are a lot of people out there who aren't even saving currency. There are a lot of people out there who, you know, it's almost the middle of 2022 already, and they're still not budgeting. They're still not investing. They're still not stacking. They're still not saving. And they're still not building something for themselves to set them up. And it doesn't have to be some multi-million-dollar business, but they're not even working on a little side hustle or anything like that. There are a lot of people out there who aren't playing financial defense or playing financial offense. You know what they're doing? They're sitting in the stands watching the game. That's what they're doing. And regardless of what side of the court you're on, whether it's your time to play financial offense or your time to play financial defense, if you're in the game, I personally believe you're winning. And I know that sounds like some participation trophy nonsense, but it's actually true when it comes to the world of finance, that is. Because guess what? Let's just say I give up entirely on gold and you give up entirely on silver, and we put the same exact amount of dollar bills into our metal of choice for the rest of the year. And let's just say, percentage-wise, on New Year's Day next year, let's just say you beat me by 3%. Or let's just say I beat you by 1%. To me, that just means that we both won. Is there any real losing in a situation like that? I personally don't think so. But anyway, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. I understand this was probably a pretty jumbled video. I hit record with no real plan. All I knew was a sentence. I knew what the title of the video was going to be, and that's it. I didn't put any planning or organizing or structuring into this video. I just wanted to hit record and say what I wanted to say. So I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to stacking silver, when it comes to stacking gold, I like to believe that the majority of people who watch my videos prioritize silver over gold. And if that's you, let me know. If you're the opposite, let me know. Here goes another deer. But what are your thoughts on today's video topic? Do you think it's time to stop stacking gold? Not permanently, but for the time being, for a little while. Is that what makes sense to you? If not, by all means, keep stacking gold. But I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs, and a bunch of different designs. A lot of the products are actually raising some funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Remember to use promo code FLASH for a 10% discount this weekend only. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. You can watch Sunday's video right now if you want to. Every Saturday morning I post a brand new adventure vlog, which I did earlier this morning, and you're going to want to watch this one. This one's actually really fun. And there are a ton of other perks as well. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. VIP Club link in the description. And of course, last but not least, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. The link will be in the description. All you have to do is fund your account. They're going to give you 5 free random stocks, and you can fund your account with as little as a penny. And I know that to be true because that's what I did. If you refer one friend by April 18th, Webull's going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. It's part of their advertising budget. Rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials, they reward the users for helping them build their app with them. And if you refer 3 friends, by the end of the month, they're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel, which guarantees you at least 1 free share of Apple worth approximately $175 right now, with the chance of winning all the way up to 15 free shares of Apple, each worth approximately $175 right now. That's over $2,600. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. Sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to go get you some silver and gold if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. Do not pass up on an opportunity. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? When it comes to gold, do you think it's time to stop stacking gold, at least for the time being? You think we should put a pause on gold, or have you put a pause on gold? Have you postponed the gold stacking? And maybe you're focusing even more of your attention on silver at this time? I understand most of us, on this channel at least, prioritize silver over gold. Maybe you stack a little bit of gold on the side for diversification purposes, but maybe you pull back away from that as well, which is pretty much what I did. I do look forward to getting my next piece of gold, but I personally believe right now that can wait. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.